Artificial intelligence has become part of our lives, increasingly core to how we work, search for information, and express ideas. In the last year, the startups spearheading this paradigm shift have raised gobs of money from venture firms to build applications used by hundreds of millions of people across professions like law, software engineering, banking, and even music. 3 years into the AI frenzy, startups are starting to prove they can turn lofty ideas into sustainable businesses. That's evident in Forbes' 8th annual AI 50 list, which spotlights the most promising privately held AI companies in the world. Juggernauts like OpenAI and Anthropic continue to be the largest companies on the list, attracting unprecedented sums of cash from marquee Silicon Valley venture capitalists and tech behemoths alike, as they reportedly head towards blockbuster IPOs. The two AI giants have accumulated a combined $242.6 billion in venture funding, about 80% of the total $305.6 billion that the companies on this year's AI 50 list have raised. Massive adoption of their tools has led to strong revenue growth. At the end of February, OpenAI reportedly had more than $25 billion in annualized revenue, and in early April, Anthropic said its revenue run rate had crossed $30 billion. And with products like Anthropic's Claude Code and OpenAI's Codex, the AI labs are dominating into markets like coding, where players like Cursor, which is valued at $29.3 billion, must innovate to compete. They're not the only ones training models. San Francisco-based Physical Intelligence has raised $1 billion in funding to train foundational models for robots by collecting data from human teleoperators that control humanoids in realistic environments like kitchens and bedrooms. French startup Mistral is selling its open-weight models not just to large corporations like Cisco, but also to European government agencies, for whom its local roots are a winning differentiator. Cambridge-based AI startup Suno is coming for an entire creative field with its music generation models. Newcomer $8 billion valued Reflection is also building open-source models to compete with Chinese companies like DeepSeek. It's one of 20 total newcomers, including $2.1 billion valued AI presentation builder Gamma, which crossed $100 million in annualized revenue with 50 employees. Another newcomer is 2-year-old $1.3 billion startup Chai Discovery that's using AI to create new medicines and speed up drug development. And another newcomer is New York-based Rogo, whose AI software is used by some 25,000 bankers and investors to crunch numbers. Former OpenAI CTO Mira Murati's Thinking Machine Labs, with $2 billion raised, and legendary Stanford computer science professor Fei-Fei Li's World Labs, which is focusing on spatial intelligence with more than $1 billion in funding, are both among 4 female-led companies on the list. Others include $4 billion valued Fireworks AI, which helps developers get access to the latest and greatest models without worrying about the technical back-end. The AI landscape has dramatically evolved over the last 12 months. 3 startups on the 2025 edition of the AI 50 list were acquired or acqui-hired by tech giants. Data labeling startup Scale AI's CEO and co-founder Alexander Wang left to start Meta's Superintelligence Lab. Elon Musk's AI startup xAI was scooped up by SpaceX, creating a combined entity worth $1.25 trillion. And Google paid $2.4 billion to hire AI coding startup Windsurf's co-founders and license its technology. The $10 billion valued coding agent startup Cognition, which made its debut on the AI 50 list this year, acquired the rest of Windsurf. Despite those consolidations, this year was among the most competitive for the AI 50 list. Forbes received hundreds of applications. Applicants do not pay a fee to be considered and are judged for their business promise, technical talent, and use of AI through a quantitative algorithm and qualitative judging panels. Companies are encouraged to share data on diversity, and our list aims to promote a more equitable startup ecosystem. This year, Forbes launched its first ever AI 50 Brink list to highlight 20 up-and-coming early-stage AI startups.